Hello and welcome to Chick Chat and Chill. I'm Antoinette, one of your co-hosts. I'm the owner of Pixel This, which is a design firm. So whether you have a big brand, a little brand, or something in the middle, they all need a voice, and we're there to help it, give it more than just a logo, and give it a great presence for all your customers. But today's topic is about just chick chatting. But before we do, I have to introduce Laura, my co-host.
I don't know if I can introduce myself because she's like, whether you have a big brand or a little brand, and my mind is like, oh, wow, like, is this directed to the men? I don't know. But I'm Laura Ficken, I'm your co-host.
Your brand size matters.
Oh man, we're like off the chain already. But I'm your co-host. I own Fickett Financial Education and Business Coaching, where I like to help people be more wealthy and more successful in their lives because life's too short to not be. So I do free consultations. Just look me up and find me. There's only one Laura Fickett. Come on now, thank the Lord, right? But before we hopped on, I was talking about my vacation to Ireland and how we didn't go visit Blarney Castle. And I was telling Antoinette, like, I don't know about like the folklore or whatever, but my husband was chatting with the bus trip guy that took us to the Cliffs some more. And he said something about like, oh, well, she doesn't need to kiss the Blarney Stone. And I didn't really know what that meant. But apparently people that kiss the stone, they're hoping for the gift of gab. And then my family proceeded to say that I'm a yapper. So, like, if my daughters are watching, I know. Okay. But Antoinette and I just decided that we don't need to kiss the Blarney Stone. It's really weird, too. They, like, kiss it upside down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they sanitize it after kisses either. So, not saying anything about herpes, but it's the thing.
I had once, just to say, like, I know I'm a gabber, but I was at it was like a birthday party of my ex's friends. So we're there, and he just started dating this new girl. So she comes over, and she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, do you have a brother named Carl and Frank and a sister named Roseanne? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I knew it. And she runs away. And I'm like, no. You don't just come up to me and say that. Like,
did you chase her?
Yeah. So I'm like, So I'm like, what is that from? She goes, oh my God. She goes, when I was younger, my dad owned this gas station that we would come up from the Bronx and stay with him. And I came across this little girl who was like 2 or 3 years old, and I've never in my life met anybody who talked more than this girl. She was happy and bubbly. I've never met anyone in my life like that until I saw you across the street. She goes, and I figured it had to be you, and sure enough.
You were a core memory in her
so.
life. Aww.
Isn't that sweet?
That is kind of sweet,
Yeah.
but it feels a little insulting at the same time. But I don't know. It's like one of those backhanded compliments, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But actually, this is funny. So my mom was telling me there's this old wives' tale. So whatever your child says first is what you're going to have next. So if it says mama first, you're going to have a girl. If it says dada first, you're going to have a boy. So I said, oh, is that how it worked? In our family. So she's like, oh yeah, Roseanne said tata, which is dad in Polish, but tata first I had Frank, and he said tata first I had Carl. Carl said mama first, and I had you. And then she just stopped. And I was like, well, what about me? I'm the last born.
did you say poop?
No, so I said, I go, well, what was my first word? She goes, you didn't have a first word, you had a first sentence. So anyone who knows me, you could kind of gather that. But my sentence was, it was in Polish, but it was "Soto," which is, what's that? So she goes, I knew I was done.
Now, my mom is not allowed, so I can't ask her.
We got to circle back of why Laura said poop with the birth.
Man, alive. I don't even want to, but I'm gonna, but it's fine. We were just talking about, like, as you get older, nobody wants to, like, take care of their parents, and nobody wants to wear diapers, and nobody wants to I'm not wearing diapers. But nobody wants to change it. It's not like, oh, like, I can't wait for the day when I have to change somebody's diaper as an adult. Like, but it's really embarrassing for the person. Like, nobody wants to need help when they have surgery or when they lose their bowel movements. And so I was telling Antoinette that, like, because she doesn't have any kids. So I wanted to inspire her to stay childless.
It did it. It worked.
Oh goodness. But I told her that like my last child, like he was 10 pounds. He was such a big kid. Like, and I was pushing so hard because I'm an overachiever. And I didn't want any intervention. But sometimes when you push really hard, like other things come out. Not the child.
Yeah. And I said it was her number 2 sons.
My number 4 son was the long log.
No, it's your 4th child. But
Yes, my number 2 son, actually, it's true. And, you know, they were so nice. And they're like, oh, it happens all the time. And they clean you up. But like, I should have been focused on the birth of my beautiful baby instead of defecating in front of 8 people. Yeah, not so pleasant. Thanks for bringing that up, Antoinette.
Anytime.
Love you.
Anytime. Love you too. But it was funny. So while you were on vacation, I had my tumultuous life. I had this appeal at court with my brother's house.
Did you get bit by a squirrel on the way there?
No. So
okay.
It was this whole big thing at court. I found out like I have to be out like that immediately. So I had to quickly move out. So I was like struggling. So I was like moving and I was working like 8 hours a day. And I told Alan, who records our podcast, I said, I felt like a piece of bad fruit because I had so many bruises, like literally all over. I was a mess. So anyway, I was working with Josh, which is Alan's son, and we were working, and he kept saying, he's like, I can't believe how strong you are. But we were like toe to toe lifting up stuff, and we were on the short time frame, and it was really hot, and I guess I was kind of working him hard, but so much so that he actually threw. And then, like me, I'm like,
I'm sure he's very happy about. Please don't. I hope he doesn't watch this. Like,
no, I doubt he does, but he felt so bad. And then me, and I guess I'm not that maternal, but part of me is like, I really should care that he's.
How long is this going to take? Can you get back to work?
Well, I'm just like, oh my God, like the heart of me, I was like, oh, I just want you to go home and feel better. But like the head is like, we still got to unload this truck because there was someone renting it right after me. I couldn't even keep it 24 hours. So I'm like, I can't get this stuff off the truck by myself. But luckily he felt better right after he threw up. And sorry to whatever neighborhood we desecrated, but.
Oh man!
Yeah, all done.
People thought he was probably hungover, whatever, and he was working him like a dog out there in the heat. I don't know what it is about heat though. Like when I shot professional archery, like I used to shoot, and if it was really hot and whatever, like I would bring granola bars and stuff with me. But sometimes I would get like super nauseous. I don't think I was dehydrated or had heat stroke or whatever. And I'm not a doctor. I don't know what it is. And I know one of my husband's friends, when they would play hockey and he would play in goalie, whatever, he would throw up all the time. Or like, I think my husband sometimes when he would get back into running, like he would throw up. Like, I don't know what it is that your stomach's like, I don't know what you're doing here, but let's stop and throw up for a bit.
But at least when you feel better versus when you feel like the you know what I mean?
That nauseous part where you're starting to salivate and like you're feeling flush and whatever.
Yeah, not good.
Oh, I don't know why people do that on a weekend basis in college. Like that seems like a.
Yeah, thank God that ended. That ended. Yeah.
I never did it, but I do hear the stories from my college students, and I just can't imagine like.
No, I had my bad thing. I don't know if it's because I'm Polish or whatever, but we have a tolerance from hell. So I could have like 30 drinks and still be like better than half the people there.
The intrusive thoughts that go through my head sometimes, I'm like, I kind of want to see this. Like, I want to, is this a dare? Is this truth or dare? Like, I kind of want to see. Is it 30 like beers or is it like 30 like liquor?
No,
like,
what I used to do, I'm not a beer or wine person. So what I would do is
this is getting more interesting.
I used to always start with a Long Island iced tea, which is 6 different liquors, and I say leave off the Coke.
I had one in Dublin.
Yeah. So that's a strong, strong drink. And then, you know how they always say, oh, don't mix drinks? I purposely would mix drinks because variety is spice of life, you know? So I would
Let's see what we ate for the last 3 days.
No, but then I do like whatever, a kamikaze or a tequila sunrise, whatever. And I would just switch a different drink every single time. So that was my typical drinks. Yeah. I never would
And you
go.
never get sick?
No, I mean, sometimes, but I just had a really big, I mean, once I remember I was it was bad. I mean, I end up doing a lot of things that people would wish I didn't.
I think we're coming up on that. Like probably in 5 minutes, she's going to say a lot of things that I wish she didn't.
No, but I remember even we'd have family occasions. I remember my ex was just like, for the love of God, keep your clothes on. Like you're in your family. But they would always have this thing where we would move.
What kind of Polish holiday event?
Polish people like having fun.
Okay, I don't think it's
wedding.
fun.
No, but it was like a wedding, and they always don't add vodka and those. They used to have those cameras that they just leave on the table for people.
I feel like this is going really down a bad place.
Yeah, there was a lot of pictures that were. Then there was whipped cream and blow up guitars. It was just bad. So again, he would be like, please don't do that. And
if anybody is invited to a Polish wedding anytime soon and you need a +1, pick me. Pick me. I want to go to see this. I'm Antoinette's +1. We're there.
I'll be lesbian and introduce you.
Okay. All right, I'll handle that one. Here's the thing though, we went to Iceland and apparently it's illegal. I'm not joking. Before you go into these lagoons, you have to shower naked. And commute, it's boys versus women, men and women are separate, but it's like communal shower. You don't get your own stall and your own whatever. It's just a little tiny divider, but you can't even stay in the divider because you need to go out of the divider to get your towel. So there's a bunch of naked people in there. And so me and my two daughters, one's 21 and one's 24, we had to go and shower. My husband's son, not too bad because my son's 12 and my husband, but we had to go and shower naked. And I was like, I do not want to see family naked. They did not want to see family naked. I don't mind seeing the strangers in Iceland, whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. But I don't know. I feel like my adult daughters are
yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah. But you're over there at weddings
Not sober. Not sober.
Just see,
No.
we do look alike. We are family.
No, but that was just, whatever. But it was fun.
I don't know. But it's okay. We don't do that at Italian weddings.
But I have
the tarantella.
Some good news to share.
And the chicken. Yay.
So moved out of that house, and then because my dad recently died, so I moved in with my mom just to kind of care for her, and she wasn't doing that well. So I was thinking, my house, I have a house in Connecticut that I'm still waiting for them to sell sign the contract, please, if you're watching, pen to paper.
You need to look up when you say please.
Please sign the contract. So
don't be looking at them.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was out looking at houses and whatnot, and I told my mom, because she likes her house, she's on the beach.
That's one of my neighborhood. Okay.
So I was telling her, I'm like, it'd be really nice if we lived close together. It'd be easier for me if you wanted, she's at the point she doesn't like driving and stuff like that.
Plus they don't do the yellow pages anymore, and she's so little.
No, my mom is she's like this little munchkin. So cute. She's so cute. So anyway, so I was like, it'd be nice if we were neighbors, whatever. So anyway, I started looking at a house, and I ended up finding one that I like. And there was kind of a couple in the neighborhood that I like. So I was showing her different options. We both bought new houses.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're going to be neighbors.
Are they right next door to each other?
No. So they're, we're on the same road, but it's a couple blocks away. And it's in a development. So, you know what I mean? It's not like driving on the road. It's literally within.
So she's selling her house.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a kind of a weird thing. Oh, my mom went shopping today. Oh, did you go to the mall? No. We didn't go to the mall. Oh, did you go to Kohl's or Target? No. We both bought new houses.
Well, like, when did that happen? Like, ever,
Never.
this is my life, though. Like, my life doesn't, like, other people have lives where it's like, oh, I had this great thing happen. Like, mine is either, like, here or here. It's, like, these tremendous highs, lows, and I don't know. It's crazy.
You know what? Like,
it's exciting,
it is
though.
exciting. I'm so happy for you guys. Like, whose
Yeah.
house is better? Tell me the truth.
So it's tough because, like, mine's a true story.
She
and
doesn't
hers-
watch this podcast, right?
No,
Oh,
she's
no,
not.
Fine.
So hers, I like. Hers is a 3-car garage, which I like, and which I
She
so
doesn't
wanted.
drive.
Well, I told her I'm taking over her garage.
This is like the craziest thing.
So I like hers as far as like layout and stuff like that, but I just need more space. So mine, and we're both are on lakes, so we lake view. She has a fountain behind hers. It's gonna be like so cute.
Maybe you should just have a duplex.
No, I was like, I love my mom, but I also like if I want to listen to loud music at 2 a.m. and run around naked with family members.
What is this naked? This is naked. My goodness. There are these
Clothes
cruises.
are just part of original sin. We were meant to be naked.
If Antoinette ever asks me to go on a cruise, I'm not going because there's clothing optional cruises, and I know that's going to be what she takes me on.
I'll ask MJ on that one.
Yes, not. I'm not. I'm gonna have to do my research. Be like, it's a great cruise. It's a great deal. It's like $300. Come on, let's go. And I'll get there. I'll be like, oh, you wicked woman. And I don't mean wicked in the New England sense. I mean like
wicked cool.
riding the broom, wicked.
No,
I
no.
am so happy for you though. That's so cool, and like it's so good for you to like plant your roots and
Yeah,
everything.
no.
Where does it like?
I feel like I've been living like a hobo for years because I couldn't sell my house before moving to Florida because it was COVID.
yeah, right.
And then I had to keep going back to finish the renovation that I started before COVID. And then, with all, like I said, I lost 3 family members. So it was like moved to my brothers, then moved to my mom. And it was just, I feel like part of the reason why I need the garages is because I haven't unpacked in how many years. And it just keeps like, I literally need a place to just throw stuff and then just sort and literally sort.
Sift and sort.
Sift and sort. Yes.
I feel like I don't like that we have gotten into this pattern of like before COVID, after COVID.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Like
It's
in
like-
Florida, there was no before and after COVID. It was like the 2-week span of time where we were in COVID, and then like, but I noticed myself doing it too. I'm like, oh well, before COVID, I don't.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
really
like
it.
Christ, like BC AD.
I don't understand why. Like, I understand it was a significant, like, event where they manipulated the pot. Oh, wait.
But I think COVID in Florida was different than COVID up north.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because my safe haven when it got crazy up north was I would get in my car and go to Florida. And I was like, oh my God, normalcy. Like,
it only took me 20 hours, but it's fine. Should have gone on a plane. There was like nobody on planes.
no, well, for a while you weren't allowed to go on planes.
You weren't allowed to go on planes. Everybody else was. I'm just kidding.
No.
They
Well,
didn't ground
they
all
make
the.
you wear clothes. No.
They didn't-
Everyone's going to think I'm a nudist, which I'm not. But
Yet.
yeah, I always wear heels.
Could be. My God. Could be the next phase of your life.
Who knows? Like, yeah.
Who knows?
The world is my
Try
oyster.
everything
Yeah.
once, twice, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but
No
I would drive
cruises in our
down too
future.
because it's always good to have your car and you don't
No,
know,
I know.
and it was all that. So, and then
I hate though that it's before and after.
yeah,
Like,
it is. It
I'm
is
gonna
like
try and
this
stop it. Make a
timestamp.
conscious effort.
It just seems like a timestamp moment, like before, after this and this, and I notice as in dating, people do this, which is weird because all of a sudden after COVID, no guys seem to know how to date. They're like, well, apparently online is how they're doing it now. It's like, no, you just stopped asking. Like in person, people are like,
You sat in your pajamas too long.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
well, yeah, like they'll see you and then search dating sites to see if you're on it rather than go there and say hello. You know,
Well, they should be searching background checks. Like,
I don't know. I've had that couple times where I was out and then I get home and get a message like, oh, I saw you at whatever. You look pretty. And I'm like, why didn't you just say
come talk to me.
The whole point of dating sites is to meet in person. So you could have eliminated that. But I've had that couple times and I was like, that's really strange. But
I don't know. I just don't like it. Like, I want to stop doing it before and after COVID. Like, that just drives me crazy.
Was there anything else in history that was like that you could think of?
Yeah, I mean, in my personal life, like I remember, like people would say, like before 9/11 and after, like, you know, and that was a far more significant event.
Yeah.
And the conspiracy theories are like, well, that one was planned too, like, and where that's a totally different show. We're not talking about that today.
Yeah,
But go into the rabbit hole of my ideas about how there was asbestos in the towers or anything like that.
Plus,
she's a tinfoil hat, girl.
But yeah,
no, I hate that. Like, and I think you're right about, like, it did fundamentally change people, but I'm not on the dating scene, obviously, but my kids are, like, my daughters are.
Yeah.
And I worry about it.
Yeah. But I just think, I mean, the dating scene in general, I think it's just kind of gone this weird way where I just feel like, and it's not all, but I think a lot of men in attempts to, I don't know, they think they're being more, I don't know how to say, like, they're less likely to cause confrontation, so they become effeminate, you know, where they're just agreeable to everything. So they,
oh yeah, you talked about that before.
Yeah, they don't want to have an opinion, they don't want to have anything, and it's like, it's not sexy. It's not, you know, like
take control.
Yeah, like just.
You know what the thing is? I think people think that women, like strong women, you know, you're an independent business owner, I'm an independent business owner, that we're so used to making decisions that they want to have us make decisions. But for me, sometimes I like other people to make decisions.
Yeah.
Like I go away with my friend Mandy and she makes a lot of the decisions and I am just happy to relax and play along and be the designated driver and do stuff. And I think like it's an escape for me when other people can make decisions.
Yeah.
So if you're already making all the decisions and then somebody comes into your life and they still want you to make all the decisions, then what are they adding to the...
They're not.
There's no value add there.
Well, and then, or the thing is they're afraid to bring up any topic or show an opinion. And then even with decisions, like they're like, well, I don't want to pick the wrong restaurant. If it's a terrible restaurant, I'll tell you. Like, I'll be like, ate there
I'll
5.
throw up after.
No, but I mean, if I know it's a place that there's roaches everywhere and everyone I know who goes there gets food poisoning, I'll say, you know what, haven't heard the best, you know, option B. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and have somebody, I don't know, like blow themselves up and me just watch it. I mean, the whole point of a relationship, it's a tit for tat. So if you're not willing to do the guy part, you know, like...
What are you adding? Are you going to lie down and I'm just going to pet you?
No, but a lot of it is that where it's just like every, you know, even a conversation.
I can't even imagine.
Hey, you know, so it's
just even thinking about it like is exhausting. When I was back on the market like 15 years ago, I thought it was exhausting. Never mind now. Like,
but and they
crazy.
They think any little thing that is contradictory is a fight. So I was texting somebody. And they said, they just moved down to Florida too. We were texting. And they said that they went fishing or something in this area. And to me, I said, oh, I go, not the most exciting of pastimes when you're sitting, you know, when you're standing in a swamp next to a busy road. That's what I said. I go, personally, I like a boat, you know, if I'm going to go, whatever. Never texted me back again because I dissed fishing. You know,
never like now.
Like I didn't say he could go fishing. I didn't say I'll never go fishing. I'm just saying it's not the most exciting of pastimes. I go personally. I don't think it's
ghosted.
Yeah, ghosted after that. I was like, okay, and I'm not going to agree. Like I am who I am.
Let's just send that text. Like let's just forward it to 10 people and see if. Like,
no, but it's ridiculous.
If they never talk to us again, that might be the text.
Yeah.
To unlock.
But it's strange. Like
nobody talking.
I had another guy who he texted something.
That's so weird. Why not say like, why would you say that? I don't know. Do you think texting though is a problem?
Well, for one, I think I'm a bad texter.
Me,
yeah.
If you just said it to me like, oh, that must, I prefer boats than sitting on the side of the road in a swamp fishing. Like that's different than if you texted it to me and I was having a bad day and then I'm like, she's a homewrecker. She's a negative Nelly.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, whatever. But I think
well, his loss, because Antoinette is a wonderful person and she knows how to fish. So
Actually, it's funny when
if you're watching, don't.
when I used to go fishing and we'd go like on the boat up north, but it's funny, we'd always go shopping the day before and we get new lures. So guys,
Probably because you lost all of yours, not me, right?
no, but it was just like
And
a new
trees
thing.
everywhere.
Like, but we'd go fishing and like the guys would do the smart thing, like, oh, we're going to be in saltwater. Let's get a saltwater lure. We're going for tuna. Let's get a, whatever. Where I, the artist, would pick the prettiest lure that I could find. If it had sparkly eyes or pretty, I was like, oh, I want that. And I'd pick it up and he was like, that's for like a rainbow trout. Like, what are you doing? But I would get it and never fail. I always caught more fish.
Reminds me of like your sparkly bathing suit. You thought you were.
I thought it was a lure. It was the cutest bathing suit, but it had all these like little rhinestones with like a gold starfish and then a rhinestone and a gold seashell. And I'm like, people are going to
At
be
dusk. I would not be wearing that.
all of like piranhas at me.
New Smyrna Beach wearing that at dusk and then like
Yeah.
shark attack. She got attacked because he thought she was a big lure. No.
But yeah. And so that's now my pool bikini. So
It'd be perfectly fine.
I could wear my new home.
It would be 45 days
Yeah.
and you have a pool.
Well, then they have one in the community, like it's the gated, so they have the.
Do you have to shower naked before you get into it?
I hope. No. Can it be co-ed?
She's gonna start printing because she owns a graphic design firm.
I'll make the signs so they look really official.
Yes, we are adopting the new Icelandic policy where in order to maintain cleanliness in the pool, that's why they do it.
Yeah.
They do it to maintain cleanliness in the lagoon.
But I'm really good at those signs because I don't know if I ever told you this, but I didn't have a Florida license and my car wasn't registered for long time. So when I just made a license on my computer. And then
Don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. We're just chatting.
But I made it like it looked 3D. It looked awesome, So whenever I saw a cop behind me, I just make a right. It was like, this is my, But then, so I was going down this road and they just put a stop sign and I didn't catch that. So there was a cop waiting.
Oh.
And he pulled me over and I'm like, oh no.
Let this be a lesson.
Yes.
That
So
you can't be dishonest.
but he pulled me over and he's like, can I have your license and registration? I'm like, I don't have any. And he's like, oh, you left them at home. I'm like, no, I don't have a license and my car is not registered. And he's like, well, what about, is the license plate on the back? Is that the last time? I said, no, if you look closely, that's a drawing. It's not even a real license. So, and I felt so bad because he literally like just ended training. So he's like, oh my God, I called it in. I can't take this back. Like, I have to impound your car. And so anyway, they impounded my car. I had to walk 5 miles home in heels. And then to get my
Take
car.
your shoes off,
No, well, then I was barefoot on it. Well, whatever. So I went to get my
I
car.
could be naked in front of my whole family, but I'm not going to walk
But I
barefoot
said
home.
heels. Naked with the heels.
Oh, that's right. You did say you keep the shoes on. True.
But so I went to get out of impound, but if you don't have a license, you can't get out of impound. And then I couldn't get a license using a rent-a-car. So I had to forge more paperwork to get my car out of impound.
Oh my goodness.
To take my driver's test. So, but it was good because the guy steps in and I had an Audi TT, which was a stick. So he sits down and he goes, you drive a stick? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, grabs his seatbelt, like, oh God, But then he's like, okay, make a right, make a left, whatever.
She's like, oh, I make rights all the time because when I evade the police.
That's how I evade the police.
That's how I evade the police.
But all of a sudden he's like, okay, head back. And he has me go. I'm like, we didn't get to the 3-point turn. Or and I was practicing the day before, like whoever parallel parks.
She's like, you are going to do this full test right now.
No, well, I thought
Parallel parking.
I thought I failed because he's like, go back. So I'm like, what did I do? And he goes, you drive a stick smoother than anyone I've ever been in the car with. He goes, you passed.
You're like, I've been driving illegally for so long. It's been so easy.
I haven't. At that point, it was over a decade. So.
Think of all the money you saved.
Yes.
Registering a vehicle.
I just lost in tow fees and impound for the month. It was like, whatever.
Full disclosure that like just driving to this podcast studio this morning, they probably tagged my plate like 20 times with the cameras. So this was in the olden days. Can't do this anymore. You shouldn't have done it anyway. She regrets it. She repented.
Yeah. I'm so sorry I got caught.
She's saying that because we talked about like, are you sorry you did it or are you sorry you got caught? Two different mind frames.
But can you believe we're like gonna wrap it up? Me and Laura could literally talk for probably 5 days straight. This is a true story. First day we met, like that we actually sat and had a conversation. We talked for 5.5 hours.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's so easy.
Yeah, we could talk forever. So.
Well, now you got a little insight into how we chicks chat.
Yes.
But we got to wrap things up. And next time we're going to talk about like some hacks, like some life hacks and stuff like that. Cause I was talking about one that I did. My husband looked at me like, you know how like you make that noise and the dog like tilts their head. He looked at me like, what are you doing putting ice cubes in the dryer with your pants? And I was like, I put 3 ice cubes in the dryer with my pants on high heat for like 7 minutes, and it took out all the wrinkles because I didn't want to iron. So we're going to talk about like some life hacks like that. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. But until then,
never stop laughing
and never stop learning. We'll see you soon.